Good afternoon. I'm probably Piero Lissoni. Yes, I am. Piero Lissoni.
I'm really curious about the way you work.
When we're talking about industrial design, when we're talking about production, when we're talking about communication, when we're talking about architecture, they are for me altogether some different part of the same grammar. It's like a language. And for me it was impossible to think about, to disconnect the languages or the language and to use only some part of that grammar. It's a nonsense.
So how do you organize your studio with 60-odd people?
It's not a studio, it's a playground. Of course, sometimes it's a bit chaotic situation, you have to manage something, I tell you, we are children and, the children like to play and you have to reorganize every day the different toys and the different play. But after that, and after the initial chaos now, our structure functions quite well. When we're working together, it's like a contaminated situation, and I like the idea to be contaminated. Contaminated means it's a cultural contamination. Of course, somebody are so specialized in graphic, some other they are so specialized in buildings and architecture, somebody are specialized in industrial design, but we work all together. Of course, it's a little bit stressful, but it's alive,
And you spoke yesterday in your speech about the space in between.
It's an interesting status of life. For example, when the people they start to study music, if the teacher they are very good, they didn't teach you to play piano or they didn't teach you to read music. They teach you to study the space in between, the silent space in between, from one note to the other one. This is the matrix. The matrix is the space in between. When you're reading some poetries or you're reading some books, the interesting thing is the space in between one word to the other one. And when we're working in architectural things or in design, again, it's the space in between. For many people there are no spaces, but the same it was in the past when I started designing kitchens. For everybody kitchens it was a known space, or bathroom it was a known space, or lamps there was a known object. Our world around of us is more than 50% it's in between. Well, I like to work in that twilight zone,
What's your favorite material to work in?
I'm survived in the last 27 years of professional life without a favorite material, and I'd like to survive for the next 26 years of professional life, again without. All material are perfect and all material are imperfect. You have to be correct when you use materials and you have to be honest with them. That's it, it's enough.
Do you deal with environmental issues? How do you deal with them in the studio, in your personal life?
To be outside of the green economy means you spend a fortune. Economically speaking, it's completely wrong not to be intelligent. And we've never been green because it's so fashionable. We've been green because it was more intelligent to be stupid.
What do you dream of designing that you haven't designed yet?
Whatever they ask me, it's anyway a dream. It doesn't matter if they ask me to design again another sofa, or to design again another chair, or to design another computer, or something again special. It's again the new one. It's a dream again. Otherwise, when I'm stopped to dream, to be a dreamer, I'm stopped to work. That's it.
Young people who wanted to get into design, that were interested in the world of design, is there advice that you give?
If they like to be a designer and architect, I only suggest them to be curious, to be children, to be a child for their whole life, and to rediscuss yourself every morning. Every morning is a new day and you have to start again. New day, new things, new deal.